They said I did a terrible thing. I told them I did not do it, but they did not listen to me. The judge said I was guilty. He sent me to death row. My life changed in a moment. I was a young man. I had dreams. Now I was going to die for something I did not do. The world felt cold and unfair. It was a heavy weight on my heart, a burden too big to carry alone. I looked around and saw only darkness, but I knew, deep inside, I had to find a way to hold on, to believe that truth would one day come out. My new home was a small cell. It was 5 feet by 7 feet. That is not much space for a man to live. It was not really living, it was just waiting to die. The days were long, the nights were longer. I saw the same gray walls every day. I heard the same sad sounds. Men yelling, men crying, men praying. It was a place of despair, a place where hope seemed to go to die. I missed the feeling of grass under my feet. I missed the warmth of the sun on my skin. I missed the simple joy of talking with my friends and my dear mother. Loneliness became my closest friend. It sat with me in my cell. It walked with me in the tiny yard. Other men were there, yes, but we were all trapped in our own sorrow. We were all facing death. It was hard to connect sometimes. Everyone was fighting their own demons. I missed my mother's cooking. I missed her hugs. I missed the life I once had. The world outside kept moving, but my world stood still, frozen in that terrible place. I often wondered if anyone out there even remembered me, or if I was just a forgotten soul. But even in that dark place, a little light can shine. I had my spirit. I had my belief that I was innocent. I would not let them break me. I had to find joy where I could. I used my imagination. I traveled to far-off places in my mind. I played golf on beautiful courses. I married a movie star. I did these things in my head to stay alive. It was a way to fight the darkness. It was a way to tell myself that I was still a human being, still Anthony Ray Hinton, and that my story was not over yet. Hope was a small seed, but I watered it every day. Years passed by, so many years. I was still there, still waiting, still hoping. Then one day I heard about a young lawyer. Her name was Lara d'Entremont. She was smart, she was kind. She believed in justice for everyone, even for men on death row. She heard about my case, she read about what happened, she felt something was wrong. She felt that I might be innocent. She wanted to help. This news came to me like a cool drink of water on a very hot day. It was a small sign that maybe, just maybe, someone was listening. Lara was not like some other lawyers. She had a fire in her heart for people who were treated unfairly. She believed the system made a mistake with me. She saw the holes in the story they told about me. She knew that an innocent man should not be in a cage. She decided to take my case. She wanted to fight for me. She wanted to help me get free. It was a big job. It would take a lot of work. It would take a lot of time. But Lara was not afraid of hard work. She was ready to fight for my life. And that gave me a new kind of strength. Soon, letters started to come from Lara. Her letters were not just about the law. They were about hope. She told me what she was doing for my case. She explained things in simple words so I could understand. Her letters were like a window to the outside world. A world I had not seen in so many years. I would wait for the mail call each day. My heart would beat a little faster. I hoped there would be a letter from Lara. Her words were a connection to life beyond the prison walls. They were a reminder that I was not completely alone in my fight. Those letters became a lifeline for me. They were more than just updates about my case. Lara asked me about myself. She asked how I was feeling. She cared. It felt good to have someone care. I started to write back to her. I told her about my days. I told her about my thoughts. I told her about my dreams for freedom. Our letters crossed back and forth, carrying messages of legal strategy, but also messages of human connection. It was strange to think that a piece of paper and a pen could build such a strong bridge between two very different worlds. Reading Lara's letters became the best part of my day. Her words were like sunshine in my dark cell. She wrote about her life, her work, and her belief in me. I would read her letters over and over again. They gave me comfort. They gave me strength to keep going. When I felt low, I would take out her letters. They reminded me that someone was fighting for me. Someone believed in my innocence. This was so important. It helped me to keep my own hope alive, even when things looked very bad. Her kindness was a gentle balm on a very old wound. Lara did not just see me as a case number. She saw me as a person. She shared stories about her family, her friends, and even her pets. I felt like I was getting to know her, even though we had never met. I started to share more about myself too. I told her about my mother, who I loved so much. I told her about my childhood. I told her about the things I missed. Our letters became conversations. We talked about everything. We found out we had things in common. We both liked to laugh. We both believed in the good in people, even after seeing so much bad. Our friendship grew stronger with every letter. It was a special kind of friendship. It was built on words and trust. It was built across miles and prison walls. Lara understood my pain. She understood my frustration. She never judged me. She just listened. And I listened to her. I learned about her dreams and her worries too. We were two souls connecting in a very unusual way. It was a pure connection, based on honesty and shared hope for a better future. This friendship became one of the most important things in my life during those long, hard years. Then, something amazing happened. Our friendship started to feel like something more. It was slow, it was quiet, but it was real. I started to have feelings for Lara that were deeper than friendship, and I think she felt the same way. We never talked about it directly in our letters, not at first, but the way we wrote to each other changed. There was more warmth, more care. It was love. A love born in the darkest of places, a love built on hope and faith without ever holding hands or seeing each other's smiles in person. It was a love of the heart and the mind. The fight for my freedom was long and hard. There were many times when it felt like we would never win. But Lara never gave up. She worked day and night. She found new evidence. She talked to new people. She fought with all her heart. She believed in me. And her belief kept me strong. She would write to me and tell me not to lose hope. She would say, "Ray, we are going to win this. You will be free." Her determination was a constant source of inspiration. She was my champion, my warrior for justice, and my guiding light. Then, the day came. After 30 years on death row, 30 years of waiting, 30 years of hoping, the court said I was innocent. They said I was free to go. I could not believe it. Was it real? Was I really going home? The feeling was too big for words. It was like a giant weight was lifted from my shoulders. I was going to walk out of that prison a free man. I was going to see the sun again. I was going to feel the rain on my face. I was going to live. The joy was overwhelming, mixed with the sadness for all the lost years. And when I walked out of those prison gates, Lara was there. She was waiting for me. We had written so many letters. We had shared so many dreams. We had fallen in love through words on paper. Now for the first time we saw each other. She was smiling. I was smiling. There were tears in our eyes. It was a moment I will never forget. To finally see the woman who had fought so hard for me, the woman whose letters had kept me alive, the woman I loved. It was like a dream come true, a beautiful, unbelievable dream. I lost so much in those 30 years. I lost my youth, I lost time with my family, I lost so many chances, but I did not lose everything. I found hope, I found freedom, and I found love. Love found me in the darkest place imaginable. Lara's love helped me to survive. Her love helped me to heal. It shows that love is powerful. It can grow anywhere. It can shine through any darkness. The sun does shine, my friends. Even after the longest night, the sun does shine. And love, true love, can make that sunshine even brighter. Even